Hello and welcome back. It's time for another new comic book haul and look ahead video. This is new comics that released February the 8th, 2023. And as always, we'll start with independents that I picked up, and I've got some of the obscure ones displayed here. Stray Sheep #1. I got 2 copies, and Northern Blood #1. So my shop did order those, so I was very happy to be able to pick those up. They had 2 Stray Sheep on the shelf. I picked both of those up. And just 1 Northern Blood, and I read both of these, and they were really interesting. The Northern Blood was basically a ancient Nordic warrior called Ivar, I-V-A-R, Ivar. And his story is he was kind of cursed by a witch to eternally protect this treasure. So whenever the treasure became threatened, he would rise from the grave, take on the threat to this treasure. So that's what this cover is depicting, as his army of the undead, basically, fighting off Nazis, because Nazis have discovered this treasure. So him and his undead army have awoken and are, fighting the Nazis. Pretty cool. Stray Sheep was an excellent book. Very much a roller coaster of emotions. This one started off really cool. And these are both black and white. They're really nice looking books. And not just because they're black and white, but this Stray Sheep kind of gave me Walking Dead vibes. Not the story, but just the feel of the book. I would say, and this is a complaint that I've made in a previous video, I've seen a lot of people complaining that they can't recommend a book because there's no action. I will say this book had 0 action. There was no action in this book, but it's the story. The story is so intriguing that's really what hooks me. I'm more of a story guy than an action guy. But yeah, this was awesome. It was he starts off, this guy named Coulson. See, that's him right here, Coulson, right on his shirt there. He starts off, he meets this girl at a house party, and then there's a time jump. They are married. He's got a good job. He's happy. They're expecting. And then everything goes to hell. Let's just put it that way. And the issue ends with him getting fired from his job for going off on some customers for no reason other than he's kind of destroyed, right? He's losing it. It doesn't get anywhere near this. So, Coulson here has gotten into some really kind of evil-looking tomfoolery here on this cover. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he gets from where he's at to where he's going and what this is all about. So I'm really excited about that. These were both very good. Okay. Continuing on, from Boom Studios, we have Horror #1. And I was not a fan of the art in this, really. And I'm half and half on this one. I don't really know yet. I think there was enough to get another issue, so I will pick up another issue and, see if it kind of turns the corner and really gets me, or otherwise I'll probably end up just dropping it. But that's Horror #1. Not terrible, not great. Middle of the pack. Last week's book, Black Tape #1 from AWA. My LCS did not get this last week. They got it this week, so I picked it up. I haven't read it. Black Tape. I've heard good things about it, though. From Whatnot Publishing, I picked up Exiled, The Exiled #1. Kind of a cool cover, I dig the cover. I haven't read it. Okay. Let's go to Image Comics. Okay, Image with a new #1 this week, Monarch #1. As of right now, I have not... That's not cover A, is it? That is not cover A, darn it. No, that's cover B. Yeah, my mistake. I don't like buying cover B. So anyway, Monarch, #1. Wow, I just now realized I picked up the wrong cover. Okay, Image picked up Spawn, #338. And I kind of just collect Spawn at this point. I'm not really reading it. I'm putting my Spawn energy into Gunslinger. Because Gunslinger, I don't like getting mixed up with the different books. I want to just read one. I'm that way with every series. I will basically just read one series. So yeah, Gunslinger's awesome. But this is, Spawn 338. Okay. Batman 132, DC Books. Picked up 2 copies of Batman 132, and I'm kind of digging this Elseworld story. I can't really... This is the first book I read this week, and I remember towards the end, they may have been hinting towards introducing a new character. Maybe I'll put a text up. It's not coming to my mind, but this is a pretty good story. I like the art, and yeah, I'm kind of thinking because Bruce is looking for a way to get back to his Earth, right? And is some other of these characters going to be pulled into the regular continuity? That's kind of my thinking right now, because why else would they do this and create new characters like Red Mask and stuff? So I'm looking for, when he does get pulled back into his universe, is he going to pull characters with him? But look at that cover. Man, that's awesome. Okay. Lazarus Planet Next Evolution. Picked this one up. I picked this one up just purely for the spec. There's supposed to be first appearances. I'm really not interested in reading this, to be honest. And Minute War continuation, Flash 792. And same thing. I can't get myself into reading DC books for some reason. Unless it's Batman and Superman. But yeah, Minute War. I'm collecting the Minute War, even if I'm not reading it. And on to Marvel. Marvel had a lot this week. This was a big week. Okay. First up, we got Red Goblin. And Red Goblin was really good. It's all about Normie and this underground Goblin nation that Norman thought that he had destroyed has kind of come back, and they're after Norman. And I really like Normie in this book. It felt real. This was really well written. Who wrote this? Packnadell. Really well written book. It's really good. Total recommend. Okay, I picked up Black Panther 14. Have not read yet. That's been a good series, though. I've liked the whole thing. Amazing Spider-Man #19. I love this cover. I actually bought this poster. So I have a, whatever it is, 24 by 36 poster of this cover coming. Yeah, haven't read that. I have to read that one. I'll probably read that after filming. Ghost Rider 11 was awesome. This book is amazing. The art, the tone. I love Johnny and Talia together. I love everything about this book. The art is just amazing in this thing. Great book. Really good story. Okay. Gold Goblin. I just read this one in preparation for doing this video. I wanted to read at least a few books before I put this out. Gold Goblin has been good. And this issue is the best issue, I think. It deals with, you know, how the last issue, Norman and Jack-o'-lantern, Owen, you know, they kind of, you know, had a come to Jesus moment, I guess, you know, where they heart to hearted it up and Owen was going to get better, whatever. And this one picks up with Norman doing good as Gold Goblin, building up a rep, and Owen is talking to a Dr. Fromm, who is a psychiatrist, right? And she's telling him that she's kind of mind warping him. You don't see that, but I kind of was curious when the panels were up of him talking to this, because it looked like Kafka to me. And it turns out that it was, and Owen kind of got it all twisted around to where he thought she was saying that she needs to make Gold Goblin even more of a good guy or whatever. So he goes out there with a pumpkin bomb with the intent of blowing people up, but really the intent of getting saved, of everyone being saved by the Gold Goblin. Gold Goblin shows up and things go awry. The pumpkin bomb blows up, Owen gets killed, and now the Gold Goblin is under suspect for killing Owen. And it's all Queen Goblin's doing. And, you know, you get that at the end. In the end couple panels when he's driving away from Owen's funeral, Kafka shows up, and is she giving the sins back to Norman at this point? They're kind of gazing at each other. She's wanting him to gaze into her eyes, and it looks like they're both looking into the mirror. So is this the beginning of Norman going back to Green Goblin type of thing? Yeah, Gold Goblin's awesome. Picked up Facsimile, Avengers 8, First Kang. Star Wars Hidden Empire number 3. I picked it up. I'm not really intending on reading. You know, I'm reading the High Republic. I'm reading High Republic Adventures. I'm reading the main High Republic stuff from both Dark Horse and Marvel. That's my Star Wars jam right now. And speaking of, I read High Republic number 5 come out yesterday. Today is Thursday, by the way. The New Comic Book Day was yesterday. And this is a continuation. There's chaos in the streets of Jeddah in this one. And the most intriguing thing about this issue is there is a cameo, obviously, of a new character. Couple panels, and it's just kind of mysterious. It's a female character, and you'll see the panels I'll put them on the screen. And it's just a cameo, so look out for the next issue. I would expect first full appearance of this character in the next issue. So keep that in mind for number 6. Okay. And finally, Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants. I picked up 2 copies of this. It debuted the character called John Ironfire. Kind of a cool character. This is 10 years into the future, a broken future where Mars has been blown up, and Storm and her Brotherhood are trying to fight against it, and it basically turns out that the real bad guys in this are Destiny and Mystique. And they have no intentions of the timeline being reset. So this is, I'm liking this event. I know that's a pretty lame description of it, but I'm really enjoying this. And I think next week, Nightcrawlers number 1 is out. It's the next book in this event. So yeah, that is Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants. Okay, and now let's take a look at this week's upcoming books. First, All the Independents. And I thought this one was kind of interesting. This is from Archie. This is Betty, the Final Girl. It's like a horror story from Archie. Kind of cool. I mean, I'm intrigued. And we got AWA is putting out Trojan number 2, and I really enjoyed Trojan number 1, so looking forward to this. Boom Studios is putting out Mosley number 2, and I kind of liked number 1. It was pretty interesting, so definitely a second issue is in order. Source Point Press is releasing Nightwalkers number 2. I have not read number 1 yet. I've heard good things about it, so definitely going to be picking this one up. Source Point Press is also putting out Legions of Darkness, the 4th Eagle. Dark Horse Comics is putting out Masters of the Universe, Masterverse. And this kind of caught my eye. I thought it looked really cool. I was always a He-Man fan as a kid. So, yeah, I think I will I'll try this out, pick it up. This one I'm kind of on the fence about. This is Art Brute number 3 from Image Comics. And this is kind of a miss for me. I don't know if I'll probably pick this one up, give it one more shot. But this is a weird story, and I'm really not digging it a whole lot. 8 Billion Genies is out, and I will be the first to admit I am only buying this because it's kind of popular. I haven't read a single word of this book, and I probably am not going to, just being honest. So, yep, 8 Billion Genies, number 7. I'm really looking forward to this one. This is Gunslinger, number 17, Gunslinger Spawn, from Todd McFarlane. This book is awesome. So, yep, really looking forward to this. Image is putting out a new book called Torrent that looked kind of interesting. It was a hero gone bad type of story. Kind of intriguing. Image has also got this Last Barbarians book coming out. Kind of got a Skyrim vibe from the synopsis. So, yeah, we'll see. I'll give it at least an issue. And on to DC, we have Batman Beyond the White Knight. And I am way behind on reading on this. I think the last issue I read was 4. And it's been good, so I've been collecting it. I just haven't read it in a while. But it's good. Lazarus Planet Dark Fate is out. And this is a total spec buy because they're in the synopsis, it kind of mentions new characters. So I'm all in on new characters. And Marvel, Avengers Forever. I mean, come on, Planet Doom. Look at that. I'm in. Invincible Iron Man number 3. I'll give this another issue. If it's all about Riri Williams and Tony being in the gutter again, I think I'm going to drop this one. It's got to pick up. And Mary Jane Black Cat is out. This is the second printing of number 1, which I love this cover. I'm a Black Cat fanatic. It's my favorite character. My favorite female character anyway, by far. And any cool cover of her I'm going to pick up. So hopefully my LCS has this. And this is Black Cat and Mary Jane Black Cat number 3. This is new. Number 3, this is cover B. And I'm normally not a cover B buyer. I'm usually stick to cover A, but a cover like this I will buy. So this is cover B, and I might pick up 2 of these. And this is cover A, and cover A is awesome too. It's J. Scott Campbell. Awesome cover. I'll be picking that up for sure. And Marvel has Nightcrawlers, which is the next book in the Sins of Sinister line. I think this one jumps 100 years. It might still be in the 10-year frame. I'm not sure. I'll have to... The synopsis said 10, but I thought it was supposed to be 100. So we'll see. And the Dan Slott and Mark Bagley Spider-Man is out with number 5. And I'm picking this up on name recognition only now. I've kind of tuned out to the Spider-Verse stuff. It's just too much going on. So, yeah. And Marvel puts out Wolverine, number 30. And this cover is awesome. I love that animanium skull that Evil Beast is holding. So, if not anything, I'm buying this on cover alone. And Extreme X-Men, number 3 is out. And I've liked this story. The problem is it's been so long since number 2, I kind of forget what was going on. So hopefully I'll read the recap, and that'll get me back into it. And really, that is all I have. I think I've got a total of 22 books looking at. It's a big week. Again, another big week, another wallet whopper of a week. So, yeah. Let me know in the comments, what are you picking up? Did I miss anything? Is there something that I should be putting on the pull list? Alright guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and all that good stuff. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.